Katie Ledecky is back in the pool to show her dominance in the 400 freestyle at the Phillips 66 National Championships. And if it's sprinting you like, the backstrokers and breaststrokers are making a big splash today in Irvine. One of those stars is Katie Miley, and we will talk with her coming up on Deck Pass Live, presented by Xfinity. Welcome, everybody, back to Irvine, California, the site of the Phillips 66 National Championships. I'm Jeff Cummings with my co-host Amy Van Dyken. Day 4 prelims have finished up, but you know we're just always excited to see prelims because as you know, when you're in prelims, there's always a little strategy going on. Some people really want that lane 4 to be the top seed. Some people just give me a lane. So you never really know the strategy of what people are going to do in the morning. You
don't. And the morning swims, the prelim is kind of like a chess match, if you will. I mean, I know when I swam, I always wanted to be in lane 4, so I would push it. But my girls, Jenny Thompson, she would hold back a little bit. It was a little frustrating because you're like, how much more does she really have? And that's kind of what we saw this morning with a lot of those swimmers. How much more do they really have?
So speaking of wondering how much more somebody has, Katie Ledecky today in the 400 freestyle, she didn't swim yesterday, so she was using this heat to just kind of feel things out. And look, you'd think she might be on world record pace. She's so far ahead of everybody, but just looking so smooth and easy and just, putting on a stroke clink for everybody. And here she comes into the wall with a 4:02. I mean, everybody would love to be able to go 4:02 prelims or finals, and there she is, 3 seconds ahead. We know she's going to go under 4 minutes tonight. How far under? We don't know. Leah Smith there in second. Sierra Schmidt running third with Haley Flickener and Haley Anderson. I mean, look at that. That's 3rd through 8th, pretty tight.
Really tight. It's going to be a fun race. I love watching Katie and Leah go head-to-head. But, the thing that's so funny is when you watch that prelim swim, she's not swimming against amateurs, people. I mean, she's swimming against some of the top in the world, and she is winning by that much.
All right. So we're going to take a little break from talking about swimming in the pool to introduce our very special guest today. We have Deborah Catching-Smith, the international president of the Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority, along with Cullen Jones, who is an ambassador to all things swimming, getting people into the pool. Absolutely. We're so happy to have you guys here today.
It's great being here. Thank you.
So, Cullen, we're going to start with you because our theme today is getting African-American women into the pool. Absolutely. And you had a front row seat to getting a very special African-American woman, your mother, into the pool. So we're going to take a look to see how that went.
Absolutely. My mom knew I was the term is pool rat. I love being in the water. So my mom would throw me in the tub, and I remember at 5, I remember vividly her telling me we're gonna go to this water park. And I came down this inner tube ride, came down, flipped upside down, and was underwater for about close to 30 seconds. They pulled me out, fully resuscitated me, and basically my mom said, this is never gonna happen again, got me into swim lessons. I was nervous after going through that traumatic incident, and then she just realized, she was like, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn how to swim. And I think a lot of it had to come with because she herself wasn't super comfortable with the water. And today, within minutes of her getting in, facing the water, kicking, she was like, I don't know, how am I gonna start? How do I figure it out? And watching her progress today, it means the world. It means the world. It means the world to see her love the sport that I was able to make a name for myself. And to see her learn to do it, be comfortable in the water, and thrive, it means the world.
So, Cullen, how does it make you feel to see that again?
Start crying again.
Yeah, I think we all are. Everybody that was watching that.
I've always been an advocate for water safety, and someone asked me about the turning points in my life. Obviously, at the age of 5, almost drowning and getting into swimming. That was the first one. Being the first African American to have a world record, but then for my mom, for Mother's Day, giving her first swim lesson, and to see her kicking on a board for the first time and being able to just love the sport that has changed my life has been a big one for me.
So, Deborah, obviously, as we said, getting African-American women into the pool is your big priority at Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority. You've been in partnership with USA Swimming for a few years to make that happen. So tell me about the progression that it's been from the start of it to now.
Yes, absolutely. We have an amazing partnership with USA Swimming that has been going on now for 6 years. And initially in its infancy, we started out focusing primarily on young people and really eliminating the fear of getting into the water, providing access to come along and have a free swimming lesson, and most importantly to meet world Olympians such as Cullen and our own member Maritza McClendon, who is also a part of the team that has been supporting this effort over the last 6 years. And it has really mushroomed into now more of a family event where now the children are not only coming with their adult parents or caretakers, we have grandparents getting into the water now who've never known how to swim. And they are so inspired and encouraged by their own grandchildren and their other relatives that now they want to get in the water and learn how to swim. And it's one story, we had an 87-year-old grandmother get in the pool for the first time.
Wonderful.
And with Maritza, and had never done it before in her life. So it was just awestruck to see that happen.
You know, one of the things that is so cool, you know, you see Cullen and you see Jeff and now you Simone Manuel, and the list goes on and on. But I was talking to Simone yesterday, and one of the things that little girls will say is, you know, I don't want to get my hair wet. How do you guys overcome that and get these girls in the water? And then you get the grandmas and the moms and all of that, because it is a big deal.
Yes, it is. And it's really, as we all know with the studies that show, if an adult parent does not know or a caretaker does not know how to swim, odds are the children that they're rearing will never learn how to swim.
Right.
And so it is much, you know, a family activity. That barrier about the hair and getting the hair wet, we've had several opportunities to work in partnership with Carol's Daughter, which is a hair products line geared toward women of color, to overcome that stigma about, well, what do I do with my hair? You know, the chlorine still gets under your swimming cap and things of that nature. So we've been tackling that along the way as well, because really at the end of the day, what's so important is this is a life-saving skill.
Yeah.
Even if you're not looking at becoming an Olympian, it's a life-saving skill, and that's what we are really honing in on, and the community is embracing that message. It's also a health and wellness skill, because oftentimes that's more physical activity that perhaps you never even thought about you can get from getting in the pool.
And it's a hot day out here in Irvine. I mean, if
Absolutely.
the only thing you could do to cool off is not go for a run, it's to jump in the swimming pool. So to be able to erase that fear and just say, I may not go out to swim laps, but hey, I could feel comfortable just getting in the pool and just lounging around. I know that's a big step.
Absolutely a big step. And then, of course, the additional bonus is to actually have African American and people of color who are Olympians to be able to have that touch and feel in person by the partnership through USA Swimming with the Olympians coming and actually participating in the free swimming clinics, and for kids to see the medals. And Cullen is always so gracious to share his medals at those activities. And so it's just awe-inspiring to show a different world in some cases to people in the community that may not be as familiar. They've never heard of Cullen Jones or Maritza McClendon and Simone Manuel and others, and just to be able to be exposed to that.
Right. And so talking about getting that hands-on experience, Cullen, you got to deal with a lot of these ladies last year doing a free swim clinic at the IU Natatorium.
Right.
I mean, we're going to show some video of that. I mean, talk about when you were in the water with these ladies. I mean, did you see a lot of that fear and trepidation on their faces?
You know, like I said, I've worked with so many young people, and I still think that is still my passion. But with the partnership with the ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho and Swim 1922, it's given me a different twist on it. And having the ladies in the water and having them just have a positive experience, because just like my mother, she's had so many negative experiences. When you see these ladies do something for the first time, blow bubbles, go underwater, kick on their own, do their first stroke, it's amazing. And then for all those ladies that are out there that want to give me an excuse, I hear it all the time. My mom's in her, I can't tell you that age, I'm not going to get in trouble for that, but she's learning. So there's no excuse not to learn. And you watch these ladies get in, and maybe they've never been in the water, just like what you were saying. I mean, and to see them progress, I mean, it literally tears me up every time, and that's probably why I'm in the sport as long as I've been in the sport.
And it's got to be so inspiring for them to see you. And one of the things that's also inspiring, Deborah, is what you ladies did for United States Swimming just not too long ago, and donating that $10,000 check. First of all, raising that money and knowing where it was going, how much, I guess, community support did you get from that?
Yes, it was just our honor and our special privilege to be able to support the USA Swimming Foundation with ensuring that we can provide and continue to provide access to free swimming clinics or either reduced swimming lessons to our communities. And so our membership was determined to continue this effort, and we were able to raise $10,000 in order to donate it 2 weeks ago at our national convention in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, well, awesome.
It is so great. So
great.
it's been, I'm sure you've been watching, keeping up with people like Simone, Lee, and
Yes.
Neil that have been really doing outstanding work here, and I'm sure they're being a beacon out to those little girls and young women who are just wondering maybe there's a chance. So thank you so much for your efforts. It's been obviously very productive, and we look forward to more progress in the future.
Absolutely, and we can't thank all of our chapters across this nation, as well as outside. We've actually had free swimming clinics in the Bahamas, believe it or not.
Whoa.
Teaching people how to swim as well. So we are just so excited about the support from our chapters and members across the nation and outside. So on behalf of Sigma Gamma Rho, we thank you for this awesome partnership.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you both for coming. We really appreciate it.
All right, so stay with us. We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, Katie Miley.
Sigma Gamma Rho is a leading organization. It is an organization that defies all odds.
Welcome back, everybody, to Deck Pass Live, presented by Xfinity. Kids warming up and warming down. Time trial is just finished over at the main competition pool. We got the warm-up pool behind us where people are still kind of swimming around. It's not bad. It's not,
I think more of these are coaches, maybe.
Yeah.
I think we may have some NBC staff back there.
Yeah,
Rowdy Gaines.
We might get a glimpse of Rowdy coming in here every once in a while. Yeah, I think so.
This is a great time for a lot of coaches to kind of de-stress a little bit, maybe cool off from the morning. So it's really cool to see who you see back here.
Yeah. So we get to see a lot of the older folks, but you want to definitely come here tonight. Starting at 6 p.m. The finals is going to be electric. It's electric every night. I mean, Amy and I just keep saying that just every race is just so emotional and so surprising, and you just never know what you're going to expect. And I think one of the races is going to be surprising. The men's 100 backstroke. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight, as it has been for the past few years. And here we have the 2012 Olympic champion, Matt Grievers. Big, tall Matty Grievers just looking nice and smooth and easy there ahead of a good field, and 53.3 is nice and respectable for the morning, and I think that's, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be knockdown, drag out. Matt Grievers, Ryan Murphy, Justin Ress, and look at that, 4 Cal Bears in that. Ryan Murphy, Daniel Card, Jacob Pebley, Bryce Meffert. The Golden Bears are just having an outstanding meet.
They're having a great meet. And, it's so fun, too, to see Matt Grievers because, he didn't think that he was going to continue in the sport. And it's nice to see him back, and he's doing really well. But like you said, Jeff, any one of those top 6, okay, I shouldn't leave out the last 2. Any of those top 8 can really come out and win this thing. And it is going to be a lot of fun. Again, we get to see Ryan Murphy again. But, who knows how this race is going to end up, which, again, is so fun. So come out and see us. Not us. Okay, well, come out and see us.
Come see us later.
Come out and see them.
Yeah, come out and see them. I just want to just quickly mention that last year, everybody thought Ryan Murphy was going to win last year so easily, and then Matt Grievers won. So it's just, you never know until that last stroke. So that's what kind of makes it exciting for us. So if you come, cheer loudly for all of them.
Absolutely. And cheer loud for another race, too, right? I know your favorite.
My favorite, 100 breaststroke, and the women are going to be great. Katie Miley, the Olympic bronze medalist and the world silver medalist, looked at here in the middle of the pool, 4th from the top. Just look at, or actually 5th from the top, looking so smooth and easy, just kind of feeling things out. And nice little swim there, 107.71. Obviously, Lily King is kind of the one that is going to be pretty much the winner here. But, you know, a fight for second could be Katie Miley, Molly Hannes, Bria Larson, any of these ladies. If they put together their best race,
right, it's going to be
really good,
knockout, drag out for sure. And who knows? I mean, I know you said Lily's probably definitely going to win it. Okay, let's say that, but you never know, right?
Yeah.
And we've been saying this every single night. We're like, we never knew this. So come and watch it. It's going to be so much fun. And again, all of these girls were great, and you can kind of see some of them holding back a little bit. I feel like Katie Miley might have been holding back just a little bit at the end right there, which is really cool because, again, what does she have left for tonight? It's so exciting. Yeah.
So speaking of Katie Miley, she is really one of the best people ever, and she has been busy, not just in the pool but out of the pool. And Amy got a chance to talk with her a little bit before the meet started.
So we're here with Katie Miley. Katie, it's so awesome to meet you. I feel like I know you because I follow you on Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
You are amazing.
Thank you. You are amazing.
Oh, you're so cute. I love watching like all of your tips, like your nutrition. Like, you know what's up.
I don't know. Do I?
Okay. Well, more than I do.
Well, maybe looks are deceiving, but thank you.
So not only are you, just a fabulous girl, you're an amazing swimmer, but you're also a law student, and you just finished your first year. How hard was your first year?
Yeah, law school is tough. It's not a joke. I was really busy, but I really loved it, and yeah, it was just time consuming. It's not rocket science, Okay. We're not solving physics problems over there.
Well, good. Josh will tell you what's up with that.
I know. I would need Josh's help for that.
So now law, what got you interested in law?
That's a great question. So my dad's a lawyer, so I feel like I was kind of interested in it from a young age, but kind of had no idea why. I didn't really understand. But what I love about the law and what I love about law school is that the law kind of forms the framework for how all individuals interact with each other and how groups of people interact with each other. And lawyers get to sort of navigate that framework and facilitate really meaningful and exciting interactions between people and groups of people. So it's really exciting. Like, one day you can be learning about like a crazy complex corporation, and then the next day like about Farmer Joe and his cattle. So you really get to learn a lot about a lot of different types of people.
So what kind of law are you going to get into? Do you know yet?
I don't know yet. I'm probably going to do litigation because I'm really competitive and I like to win, and those are all things that really good litigators are good at. So hopefully one day I will be one as well.
So you talk about being competitive, and you train with David Marsh, but now the thing is that you guys have been training in San Diego, but you go to school on the East Coast. How does that work out?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a give and take. So I spend obviously school in DC, and I train with the Georgetown undergrad team, and they're awesome. I love being with them. And then on school breaks, I've been with David. So spring break, winter break, and now summer break. And I'm not gonna lie, San Diego's a pretty good place to spend breaks. So it's been really nice.
How many frequent flyer miles do you have, and is it all on one airline?
Different airlines. Yeah, I have a lot, but I feel like you can never have too many, I'm always trying to book on miles.
Right, it's like shoes. You can never have too many shoes.
You can never have too many shoes.
Or diamonds.
Or diamonds, but I have more shoes than diamonds. Maybe one day I'll have more diamonds.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the goal,
that
right?
That would be nice, yeah.
Okay, so one thing that I love to ask people is when you're leaving and you pack, what is the one thing aside from swim gear that you have to bring in order to feel comfortable or feel settled?
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of equipment that I can't live without. One is a snorkel, that's kind of boring, but my tempo trainer, and I always have to warm up with my tempo trainer, and so I cannot leave for a swim meet without my tempo trainer.
Okay, so we've seen you use this, and we follow you on Instagram, right? Yes. So kind of explain to me what it does for you.
Okay, so a tempo trainer is just a little thing, and it beeps, kind of like a, the metronome on the piano. Really similar, and I just put it in the back of my cap, and then I swim at my race tempo. And when I get really crazy, I'll just turn it on like in the hotel and listen to my race tempo and try to like visualize myself swimming. That's a bit much, but I don't do that too often. That's only when I'm being crazy. But yeah, so it just really helps me in my warm-up kind of think about what my stroke is going to feel like, and hopefully I'll put that into my race. And generally my best races, I hit my tempo right. So tempo to me is more important than time and warm-up.
I would absolutely agree with you. Yep. Okay, so when you're not thinking about your tempo, you're not thinking about your swimming, you're not thinking about bringing down the world's criminals, what do you like to do for fun?
Oh my gosh, I don't have tons of time.
No, being a lawyer and being an athlete, you have no time? What?
I really like to nap.
Yeah,
I like to hang out with my friends. I love to read. Probably reading when I actually have enough time.
Okay.
And binge watch shows on Netflix.
Okay, you're a Netflix girl.
Yes.
All right.
Particularly, although it's not on Netflix, sorry HBO, Game of Thrones.
Right
and
on.
Handmaid's Tale, and that's on Hulu. So I guess I just like binge watching.
You do like binge
yes.
watching. Well, I like binge watching you, and we wish you the best of luck. Katie, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Amy.
You're awesome. So cool.
Yeah, I could binge watch Katie all day.
Right?
She is just so fun.
She's so fun. She's so nice. She's so open about everything. And like at the end when I was like, oh my gosh, like I really was so excited. And what really excites me now is the 50 breast was yesterday and I was walking by the ready room and Katie was getting ready. It was her next race. And she's like, Amy, hi. I'm like, I would have never said hello to anybody walking through. It was just so nice. Like it was just really cute. I just adore her. So tonight we're going to watch her and I wish her and everybody the best of luck.
Yeah, it was just absolutely. All right, so speaking of Katie and that 100 breaststroke tonight, we're going to take a look at the top 8 qualifiers. Katie is 4th behind Molly Hannes, Michael Sumrall, and Lily King. Like I said, outside of Lily King, I can't pick who would get second. That's how amazing this field is in the women's 100 breaststroke. And I just looking ahead to 2020 trials, the race for second is just going to be intense.
I don't want to say it's open, but it is intense. That's a great word for
absolutely.
it. Because it is. I mean, everybody all the way down to 8 could jump up, and who knows if they were holding back this morning just to get in the top 8 and just blow one out. It'll be so fun.
Oh my gosh. Fun. I would love to see how it happens.
Yes.
All right, so lots of events coming up tonight. You definitely want to watch them live on the NBC Sports app beginning at 6 p.m. tonight. And you definitely want to see that. And then once that's over, come over to us, usaswimming.org or Facebook Live to watch Amy and I on Deck Pass Live. We're there at 10:45 Eastern. That is 7:45 Pacific time. You never know who we're going to have here at the desk, so you definitely don't want to miss that. See you later.